What if I told you that some of the habits, even the quirks you try to hide, aren't actually bugs? They're the signature of a complexly wired brain. We're not talking about IQ scores or degrees, we're talking about subtle psychological patterns that science has observed. In my observation, true intelligence is often quieter and more internal than we're led to believe. Let's see if you recognize yourself. 1. You don't overthink, you deconstruct. First, what people often label as overthinking. What I find fascinating is that in deep processing brains, this isn't anxiety, it's metacognition at work. You don't just have a thought, you observe yourself having it. When a problem arises, your first instinct isn't to react, it's to deconstruct. This is cognitive reflection, the ability to question your own first instinct. That's deep processing, not panic. 2. The hunger for worldview breaking ideas. Second, an insatiable intellectual hunger. Psychological research calls this radical openness to experience, but it's deeper than just curiosity. You don't just love random facts, you are drawn to complexity and ambiguity. You actively seek out ideas that challenge your worldview. Why? Because you understand a deep truth. Cognitive dissonance is the price of entry for genuine growth. 3. Silence as data collection. This leads to the third trait. You speak less and you require solitude. Please do not mistake this for shyness or arrogance. While others are talking, you are collecting data. When you're silent in a meeting, your brain isn't empty. It's busy processing the metadata of the room, the power dynamics, the body language, the unsaid. This is why you cherish solitude. You are not asocial. You are selectively social. Constant social interaction creates too much noise. Solitude is the necessary space for your brain to synthesize all the data it has absorbed. 4. The paradox of wisdom, knowing you don't know. And finally, the most beautiful paradox, self-doubt. It sounds strange, but the famous Dunning-Kruger effect shows that people of low ability often overestimate themselves. The inverse is also true. Highly intelligent people regularly experience what psychologists call intellectual humility. They are keenly aware of the perimeter of their own ignorance. It is that self-awareness, knowing what you don't know, that fuels their relentless drive to learn. That isn't a weakness. It is the hallmark of a superior intellect. So if you find yourself deconstructing problems, craving complexity, cherishing the quiet to synthesize, and acutely aware of your own limits, perhaps you're not weird. You are simply wired for deep thinking. If you love decoding the psychology behind human behavior, hit subscribe. Because on this channel, we don't just learn facts. We decode the human mind.